Guitars have been made in France for centuries, but when we think of the modern guitar, the post-Torres guitar, the founding father of the French school is universally regarded as a man named Robert Bouchet. And it was with his second guitar, this guitar, that school was launched.
I was born this year. Maybe at this moment. Same minute. You never know, yeah. No, it's quite emotional, really, to play on this very guitar. This, same. With Joseph Reinhardt, Daniel Friedrich, Gilbert Ambar, Corbani. Incredible.
So along with Antonio de Torres and Hermann Hauser I, Robert Bouchet is regarded as one of the greatest makers of all time. And the interesting thing about this is he didn't build his first guitar until he was 48 years old. And the reason being is that he was by profession a painter, an artist. And it was during the war, the Second World War, that his guitar, his concert guitar that he owned, was stolen. And so in 1946, he built himself a guitar that he kept for the entire course of the rest of his life and played regularly. But immediately, word was out that he was building guitars. Top players and aficionados and collectors were seeing this first guitar that he built, and so he immediately began taking orders. And his first client was a man named Lucien Corbani, and so guitar number 2 was the first guitar that Robert Bouchet ever sold, that ever went out in the public. And so this is the guitar that put Robert Bouchet on the map. Very early on, this guitar was receiving a large amount of attention from the top people in the Paris guitar scene, including a very young Daniel Friedrich at 22, 23 years old, as well as Joseph Reinhardt, the brother of Django Reinhardt, Lucien Corbani, its original owner, and Gilbert Ambar, who was the manager of the Paris Guitar Academy.
It's really interesting to see early on how early several things were established in his style. This is the basic head shape with small modifications that he kept all the way through to the end of his career. Even the label, that's the same label. He used that label all the way to guitar number 154. A lot of the elements are all here. In fact, even as an artist, he used to do sculpture also. And this is the first guitar he ever made. He carved the buttons. He was known to do that.
A prominent guitar maker once told me that if you study the work of Antonio de Torres, Hermann Hauser I, and Robert Bouchet, and you understand their innovations that each of them contributed, then you as a modern guitar maker today have all of the ingredients necessary in any guitar maker's toolkit. And the importance of Bouchet is still felt in the guitar making community. And so it's with this guitar number 2, that Robert Bouchet launched his career, a career that would indeed influence generations of guitar makers for many years to come.